This is Coach Jim Johnson, and I was a high school basketball coach for over 3 decades. And you probably have heard of the story I was blessed to be part of. I had a young man named Jason J. Mac McElwain that's on the autism spectrum. And Jason tried out for our team 3 consecutive years, and unfortunately did not make the team any of the years. But he stayed on and was loyal and servant to our program as our team manager. Well, because of his dedication and commitment to our program, I wanted to give him a gift. And the gift was I was going to give him a uniform and put him in our final home game, which I did. He entered the game with just over 4 minutes to go. And what happened next shocked the world as he scored 20 points, including 6 3-pointers in less than 4 minutes. It became a global inspirational story. But what you probably didn't know about me is many years before that, I was fired from my first varsity job. And that burn to learn how to be a better coach led me to a journey to study leadership extensively. For 3 decades, I've been studying leadership. And I want to recommend a conference I attended for the first time last year. It's been a conference that's been over 2 decades in length, but it is one of the best conferences I've ever attended, and that is the Global Leadership Summit. This summit will be here in Rochester on August 9th and 10th, and I highly recommend you attend. You will pick up so many great ideas about leadership at the summit. At this year's event, we have an added bonus. The great leadership guru, Dr. Ken Blanchard, will be coming to our venue in Rochester to be part of the event, and he will share some leadership and inspiration while he is there. Dr. Blanchard is the co-author of The 1 Minute Manager, and most recently a book on servant leadership that I read, and it is outstanding. And let's now take a moment to share some highlights from last year's Global Leadership Summit.
Laszlo Bock, author of the best-selling book Work Rules, was responsible for Google's well-known and innovative corporate culture.
Google was named the best company to work for in America in 2007. And I was put on a panel with a guy named Jack DePeters. Jack was the chief operating officer of a grocery chain called Wegmans. Wegmans had been on the best company to work for list for years and years and years. They were founded in 1916. And they'd been in the top 5 for years and years and years. And they put us on this panel because they figured these guys are never going to agree on anything. Google, 30% profit margins, kids from fancy educations, huge recruiting machine, hired lots of people from all over the place, grew rapidly, offices all over the world. Wegmans, 1 or 2% profit margins because it's a grocer. Most of the people who work there just came to had high school educations and were promoted from within. Family-owned firm, small regional one. And what I was delighted to learn and surprised by was Jack and I agreed on every single thing. Because their principal mission was treat your people right and they will do great things for you. And he had this great story about the bakery at Wegmans. And some customer had called and she was getting married, the wedding cake had fallen through. I don't know how that happens. I'm a little too obsessive to let something like the wedding cake fall through for my wedding. But actually, my wife was in charge of that at my wedding, so she's a better person than I. But this baker shut down the bakery for the day. They got a cake, decorated it up, drove 4 hours to deliver it, made sure it went well, drove 4 hours back. They lost all the revenue from the bakery for that day. And Jack said this person was a hero because they saw a problem and they just fixed it the best way they could and they did the right thing.
No great dream of love has ever been built on the fear of what might go wrong.
The moment you start criticizing, you stop learning. And when you stop learning, you stop leading.
Excited? I am. How can you attend the summit? Go to rochesterwins.com for more information on how you can sign up. Look forward to seeing you there.